feedback too. Yeah. Did someone, Abby, did you have?
I just wondered when, if it was like a rolling thing or a quarterly thing, or.
Yeah, I think that once they get the new sort of rules around it and that, it'll be quarterly, is from what I understand, or every 6 months. Yeah. So. Any other? So these are all good suggestions that we can feed back to the committee. So yeah, maybe they should have a contest of who will come up with the best Eeriic-like name for the core values here.
If you work at a smaller platform or one that doesn't have as much, funding for extraneous tchotchkes and things like that, how do you keep it as an ongoing thing? Like, how do you remind people of the core values on a day-to-day basis, or is it sort of a one-time, we're going to do this exercise, it's going to be organic, it's going to come from you all? I mean, how do you incorporate it into sort of a more long-term?
Yeah, I think unless you have a way to at least, keep it going or have reminders out there, I think you will lose it. And I think that's what happens here in Washington, that every once in a while it's out there. And, Carl gets extremely frustrated that people are like, well, I don't really. He's like, you get off the elevator, they're right there, So I think there has to be other media, just like it's behavior change, But we do, like I said, we got Eeriic free. And we've said if other platforms want it, it's Eeric's on Kicks, and if other platforms want Eeriic, certainly they can use it, so they don't, have to spend any money on that. I think that there are low-cost things you could do of just putting up the different Eerics around the office, and
it's also on the screensavers of everybody that works at PSI Kenya. I mean, it just comes. I mean,
that's a good.
That's a really good idea.
The guys on Carl's floor. They're on this floor. They're not on
anyone else's floor. Yeah.
So they're not reinforced when you get on.
Yeah. But yeah, for Carl, he sees it every morning, and he forgets that not everyone sees it.
He has it at his house too on his wall, right?
Recording yes.
Yeah, I think that for smaller platforms, there are just really low cost ways of doing it, incorporating it first in senior management, and then how do they incorporate it with and find simple little things to reward people with, or even recognition sometimes is enough. And I think the important thing is that you do have to keep it alive. It can't be something like we're going to dust it off. It's once a year. It's something that has to be sort of integrated into your daily life.
Is it part of orientation for new employees?
Yes, it is now. Yeah, we've changed our induction to include that. So actually, these films are part of induction. And different teams. They have contests of the different departments of decorating their spaces and that sort of thing. So it becomes a little competitive and that sort of thing. Yeah. And then from this, actually, what a spin-off of this was then getting people to understand DALIs and getting people to really participate in where are we at. And so our Mr. DALI, Lex, new best friend Gershon, is constantly, he has this thermometer that he's doing, and so he sends it out to everyone, and he updates the screensaver, and so everyone knows where we're at on DALIs. They know what's the percentage per health area that we have, and he's even trained the tea ladies to be able to speak about DALIs. I'm not sure how important that is, but at least they can talk to a donor that comes in about DALIs, I guess.
Great.
When they're serving tea.
And by the way,
so it's and it's just created sort of this enthusiasm of something that people were sort of afraid of.
maybe he should come here. Maybe Garrett should come here and do that for us.
He would love to come here.
Yeah, we would love to have him here. We should think about that.
We can send him here.
Julie can adopt Garrett.
Yeah, he's so great.
He's cute. He's very cute. We have him somewhere on the...
He's a lot on my video because he's the one who went with me to the warehouse, so I have a lot of Gershon
talking.
talking.
Did he wear the funky glasses he likes to wear that he takes out of my office? Anyway, he and Lake are like made for each other. They're like two peas in a pod. Yeah. And it's these sorts of things, and again, because it comes organically, more from the bottom up, it's more likely to continue. Rather than if Farrell and I said, hey, you know, you guys should do this, we probably wouldn't go anywhere. But it was their ideas, we just supported them and that sort of thing. So that's it. It's our Eeriic.
Thanks, Dawn.
And thank you for the feedback. We will do that.